Aboard. What a win by Lalkance, really dominating in the previous, the chairman's quality. Onwards, upwards to the Sydney Cup next week. Okay, so St Emilian's about the last to move in. St Emilian moving into line. It's been gelded. So Swift Falcon back into odds on for the Carbine Club. And we're ready to go. They're set. And they're racing. Great line away, but Shangri-La Spring broke it in front. Shangri-La Spring about a half to three quarters on Evaporate. Brigidine Gal's pretty handy there on the rails in front of Fingers Hunter. They're followed then by Segura Rock, just being eased back from Death the Character. Favourite settles second last with Falcon and 2 lengths away to St Emilian. So Shangri-La Spring rolls to the front of the 1200 metres. At Evaporate does the chasing. Blake Shin puts him right up on the speed behind the front runner. Brigidine Gal racing into a clear third and tugging along from Fingers Hunter. Then Depth of Character. Segura Rock's next in the run. 2 further back to Swift Falcon and 2.5 to St Emilian last of all. At about a dozen lengths off the lead. So Clark's letting Shangri-La Spring run along at the 800 metres by 3 lengths on Evaporate. Brigidine Gal racing to an outright third. A couple off to Fingers Hunter. Then Depth of Character. Segura Rock, Swift Falcon. Now at the moment Swift Falcon's got to be 10 off the lead. St Emilian, the roughies last of all. So Shangri-La Spring coming back to them. Leads by a length now on Evaporate. Then Brigidine Gal, Depth of Character, Fingers Hunter, Segura Rock. Swift Falcon is still second last and pulling to the outside, coming down the middle of the track now. Evaporate moved up, takes the lead away from Shangri-La Spring. Swift Falcon starting to wind up on the outside. Evaporate goes for home at the 200. Evaporate 3 lengths clear. Swift Falcon's running on. He's running out of time. It's Evaporate well clear, and Blake Shin had him close, and Evaporate wins the Carbine Club, beating Swift Falcon. Depth of Character third. Then Shangri-La Spring, Segura Rock. A gap in the field to Fingers Hunter, Brigidine Gal and St Emilian. Evaporate for Ben and JD Hayes here on Doncaster Day. And the boys have been able to squeeze into the Doncaster later on today with Rise at Dawn gaining a start this morning. And that'll put a spring in their step with Evaporate. The well-travelled Evaporate running as favourite in the rich slot race at Ellerslie, running behind the winner there, Damask Rose. But Blake just had him up there in striking distance. And once again, Swift Falcons found himself in a position where he's so far back in his races. He was giving the winner there at least 6 or 7 coming around the turn. Once again, running on stoutly, but too far back. Depth of Character has run nicely at odds in third position. So 1:35.22 the overall time, 34.59 the last 600 metres. The numbers are 1, 2, 3 and 5. We're just awaiting on the margins. Coming up next here at Randwick is the Evergreen Turf Country Championships. And they're all starting here today in the big one coming up at 2:45. And Ben Hall making his Metro debut today. Ben Hall will be a race caller for race 5, the Country Championship at 2:45. And the margins there are 2 1/4.